I've never told this story, but I was 9 years old when I lost my dad. Probably for the first 2 weeks after my dad died, I would go into my mom's bedroom after she had gone to sleep to be sure she wasn't dead. I said, let's face it, I'm not really a social person.
Yeah.
I said, Elena loves people.
Yeah.
She loves talking to people. And he's like, yeah, and you have to pretend. I said, dude, I'm a salesman. I like transactions. Anybody that wants to compete with me, I hope you use drugs. You really should go look at what drugs do to people. It all starts the same way. Nobody escapes. It didn't set me back 9 years. It probably set me back 29 years. Like a lot of people don't relate with me, but they relate with the information. The information, nobody fights over the information. I get so much hate about the money though, man.
What's that?
I get so much hate about the money. Yeah, but you don't see the amount of hate.
So let's talk about it, right? Welcome to another edition of TM3 Impact. I'm Tomas Martinez, and today, boy, oh boy, do I have an incredible guest on my show. We are live on location in Aventura, Florida, with none other than Grant Cardone, Uncle G. Thank you for being on TM3 Impact, Grant.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and it's good to be. How many of these have you done?
I've probably done, 50, 60, somewhere around there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, so that's great, man.
Yeah.
You're going to start rocking this thing now.
Well, hey, listen, I'm ready. We're going to pour gasoline on it because, whenever Grant involves, we got to turn it up.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? We got to turn it up.
Oh,
So, Grant, I'm going to
You're challenging me now.
Yeah.
So you get me all excited now. Now I'm going to go do something dumb.
I love it. I love that. So, full disclosure, I need to tell you this before we get started.
Yeah.
Grant, you've kind of turned my life a little upside down. Okay, I need to start that out right away.
Okay.
Because I've
been accused of a lot of stuff.
It's true. But seriously, like I had the cushy life. I was playing golf 3 or 4 days a week.
Country club rich.
I mean, I was living it. Had a lifestyle business. You know what a lifestyle business is?
Sure.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, my wife comes up and she's like, "I want more. Like I want to achieve more." And she's here with
greedy gold digging wife.
She wanted more, not gold digging, but she saw more in me. And I'll get to that about you later, right? And then we joined Cardone University, okay? We joined the 7-figure club. That's where it really started.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's where it really started. The accelerator, okay?
Yeah.
So then Jennifer, your coach, she got us rocking and rolling, got my whole team. We've been doing it for 2 years, Grant.
Fantastic,
It's
man.
amazing. And that turned into the couples retreat, which I sat next to you at the couples retreat. Yeah. And that was like, we were just sitting there just like, okay, this is an incredible opportunity.
Dude, I should bring that back. I think I should bring the couple. I killed the couples retreat.
Well, you did?
Because I was like, man, I don't think I want to be involved in people's coupleships and their marriages. And I don't want the people to think that I'm giving advice. And like, it was a big deal. Like it was, Elena, and I told Elena, I said, I don't think this should be our lane, and I don't think we should be involved in this, and like I don't want people thinking that we're the perfect couple to be giving people advice. Yeah. It was a tremendous amount. I felt a lot of responsibility.
Understand.
And I'm like, I don't think we should do this.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I did the right thing or not, but now you're telling me you enjoyed it. So
listen,
you understand what I'm
was
saying,
Napa.
though, right?
I totally understand.
Yeah.
I totally get it. But here's the thing that what was powerful about that, Grant, for my wife and I, not just sitting next to you, but being around the other couples that were killing it.
Yeah.
And then hearing your story and just hearing how you and Elena solved problems.
Yeah.
That was powerful. I don't think you were necessarily giving advice. You were just being a role model.
Yeah.
Just, hey, how we work through things.
Yeah.
So it's powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now let me give you
a lot of pressure, dude. A lot of pressure.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't mind giving people, hey, here's some advice on how to buy some real estate. Here's some advice on how to scale your business. Here's some stuff I'm doing in marketing, because I'm doing that stuff, and it's a discovery.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's right most of the time. I'm like, this worked for us. I don't know if it'll keep working. And now when it works, I get really brash about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, just double down on this thing, like go bigger, that kind of stuff that I'm telling people. It's because I had an experience with it. But when it comes to the marriage, because the marriage is, I've been married 22 years, dude.
I know.
Like, I would never thought I'd be married 22 years. But I've been married 22 years.
It's awesome.
And, things change.
Yep.
People age, they grow, they have different pursuits and passions and so who knows what's working at any given moment?
Right, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. But here, I'll challenge you.
And then heaven forbid, if something happened and the marriage failed.
Yeah.
And then people are going to go online and say, you see, they were given marriage advice.
Nah.
And their marriage failed. And I'm like, oh my God, I effed up so many people.
No.
I'm such a bad person.
No, this is what I'll tell you. For us, it was a connection point to the ecosystem.
Yeah.
With Dave and with Dave Robart, so Big Brother Dave. It was a connection to the ecosystem that led to us eventually going to the cruise. And
wow.
the cruise was powerful.
Yeah, the cruise is great.
You know how the cruise is. You know that.
Yeah.
But so I'll wrap this because I got to do full disclosure, right? Because
Okay,
full disclosure is
okay.
we Cardone you. We went to Business Summit. We went to
You spent a bunch of money with me.
Sales training. We went to 10x 360,
Okay.
and in our company, just the corporate went even to platform, and then last but not least, we just got certified as 10x business coaches.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
How much money have you spent with me?
Yeah, so there you go. So I would say close to 200,000.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
has
probably
it been
close.
worth it though? Have you gotten more than 200 grand back?
100%.
Yeah.
But it's not just it's not just the money.
Yeah.
Because the one thing about
Because the people that don't pay us say we charge too much.
well, sure.
You
Yeah.
hear what I said?
Oh yeah.
The people that never pay us
Yeah.
are the ones that complain the most about
Sure.
our prices.
Sure, but I think there's an ignorance there because they don't know, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the ignorance, the bliss, right? Right.
Yeah,
They just don't know what they don't know. But I will tell you, for us, just recently, I just signed my largest coaching contract, and it was a straight from your team, all the people in your coaching program, from Jody, all Elliot. That was the largest coaching contract that I've ever signed, and it just happened a month ago.
Good job, man.
So full
job,
disclosure.
man.
So
Yeah.
that's great.
Now, I'm
Grant-
proud to have you as a coach. Man.
Yeah, no, I'm pumped.
You look great.
Yeah.
You're professional. You got that's what we wanted with the 10X coach, the licenses. I can't be everywhere. Yeah. So like the fact that you can, refer somebody to some material that I've written. I mean, you're going to live a lot longer than I can. So it extends the brand.
Yeah, and that's legacy. You heard Grant. Part of his legacy are the 10X coaches that are out there that are certified using his material to help business owners grow their sales, grow revenue, and increase productivity on their teams. And that's exactly where we come in at TM3 Impact. We want to walk you through every skill that we've learned from Grant and his team to help you be just as successful as we have. We've been able to grow our business by over 30% using his strategies, and we want to help you with that as well. Reach out. Now, let's get back to the podcast. We got 3 areas, and I'm going to let you pick the first one.
Okay.
We got personal, professional, and then financial money. You pick the first one. Where you want to go first?
You pick whatever you want to talk
Okay, I'm
about
going to go with
first.
personal then.
Of course.
Let's go personal. Right? Does that sound good?
It's a no-brainer.
All right, so we just celebrated Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Just celebrated Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And you've talked a lot about your mom. You talked a lot about your mom. I know you lost your mom. I want you to share just what was the biggest impact your mom's had on your life and your career and your family.
Dude, my mom, man, she was, nobody here knows my mom. Sherry, did you ever meet my mom?
I never got to meet her.
Yeah, my mom was super cool chick, She was 4'11", little Italian lady, she was my best friend, man. She was always there for me. I mean, I grew up with her, when you lose your dad, thank you, Sherry.
Yeah.
When you lose your dad, I remember, I've never told this story, but I was 9 years old when I lost my dad. Probably for the first 2 weeks after my dad died, I would go into my mom's bedroom after she had gone to sleep to be sure she wasn't dead. And I would just stand over her and be sure, hey, is she breathing? Because I was so dependent, bro. Like I was like, okay, I cannot lose another parent. I think it was probably months before I even actually accepted the idea that my dad was really dead. 9 years old. I remember mowing the lawn one day, and I remember it because I had these suspenders on and no shirt. I thought I was so sly, so fly. And I'm mowing the lawn, dude, and I'm like, this has got to not be true. I know my dad's going to come back. And this is months after my dad died.
Yeah.
So I was so dependent upon my mom for everything, dude. Like I'm 9, 10 years old. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'm still at that time, very connected to her. I was very much a mother's boy.
Yeah.
a mama's boy, I guess they say.
Yeah.
And my brother would say he was the favorite, but I would say I was the favorite. Yeah. And my mom had a great ability to somehow make us both feel important, and in different ways too. So yeah, dude, she was. I mean, mothers are everything. Like,
yeah,
I can't even imagine being here today. Now, that being said, as fantastic as she was, she was the first person I would always go to as I grew up to tell her, oh my God, I just did this.
Yeah.
She was the one I wanted to make proud.
Yeah.
And because I never really had a relationship with my dad. So I would go to her and say, Mom, I just did a deal. I just did a deal and I just made $30,000, you know. Yeah. And she'd be like, money's not everything. That's fine. She would always have this little sage advice, mostly which was negative.
Yeah.
Money's not everything. It would always come with this, like, this kind of, or she would be like, I love you just that's great, but I love you just the way you are.
Yeah.
Which was suggesting don't change.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember I went to her. I was living in Los Angeles, California. I know exactly where I was that day. I said, I'm going to get in the real estate business. Okay. I was 31 years old. I had been studying real estate for 3 years, and I was getting ready to go buy my first deal, 48 units.
And at that point, if I remember correctly, that was when you had $1 million in your account.
I had $1 million.
You had $1 million in your account at that point at 31.
Yeah, I mean, she would be the first person I called. Mom,
yeah.
I looked at my account. I have $1 million in these 3 accounts.
Yeah.
I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
And I would tell her, money won't make you happy. Yeah. You know, that's great, but money won't make you happy. I'm like, I'm pretty fucking happy.
Yeah, it's working out.
I don't know about, she had never had $1 million.
Right.
So how would she know?
Right. Right.
But you see that stuff, this is the most important person in my life that loves me.
Yeah.
Doesn't really want me to grow.
Yeah.
And change. You know, my kids, I have 2 kids. I don't really want them to grow up.
Right.
I'm like, God damn, they were so cute when they were like this, dude. Like, stay there, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's selfish, totally selfish.
Yeah.
And so I went to her and said, hey, Mom, I'm thinking about, I'm going to get in the real estate business.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that. I'm like, do you own any real estate?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you don't.
Yeah.
She had a house.
Right.
You're going to have people calling you at midnight.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I hope so.
That's the toilet problem, right? The
yeah.
toilets in the
yeah.
the plumbing.
She's like, why would you want people calling you at midnight? I said, if people are calling me at midnight, that means they rent from me.
Yeah.
So she was always like that, but she was phenomenal, dude. I remember, I've never told this story, but I flew her to the Bellagio. She loved to gamble. That was her favorite thing to do, was to gamble. And I flew her. She was a bit sick at the time, starting to have some problems. And I said, we're going to the Bellagio Hotel.
Okay.
Flew her in. We got there at 7 o'clock at night, went straight to the casino. And I would punish my mom, okay? Punish her.
What do you mean?
I would punish her. I'd be like, she's like, I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock at night. I said, no, dude, this is an all-nighter. We're pulling an all-nighter.
You made your mom do it all-nighter.
We're pulling an all-nighter. And by the way, we're flying back to San Diego tomorrow morning.
Oh, my God.
We're going to leave the casino, go back to our room. We're going to change and get on a plane.
Oh, my God.
So we stayed, we played.
What year was this, Grant?
Oh, this was, oh, my gosh, man. What year was this? This is, shoot, man. It's hard to tell now. 60. It was 20 years ago.
Okay.
So whatever that is.
Yeah.
2006.
Yeah.
I'd been married a couple years. And 7:30 in the morning, I said, you done? She's like, yeah, I'm done. 12 hours, bro. 12 hours at a table.
What were y'all playing? What was her game?
Blackjack.
That was her game?
That was her game, yeah.
Okay.
And she was playing like shit that night. I'm like, you're playing wrong. Something was starting to happen.
Right.
And she would sit there and she would hum. I don't mean to go on about my mom so much.
That's okay.
She would sit there and I'm like, you're humming, dude. What the hell? She didn't even know she hummed.
Ah, interesting.
So she'd hum, and because there's nobody in the casino at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
We'd play all night. And so we leave. We go to our room. I said, change. She's elderly now.
Yeah.
She's been up 24 hours. She's wiped out, dude.
Yeah.
I said, look, take a little nap if you need to, but we're going to get on a plane. I was flying Southwest.
Yeah. And what was your mom's name?
Concetta.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Now, Grant, you have a twin brother.
She never had anything. Her dad her dad never had papers to live in the United States.
Wow.
So she came from a part of the world where, you know, if you've never known an illegal immigrant, they're hiding all the time, hiding.
Yeah.
His entire life, he was either moving drugs or moving alcohol or gambling or
Her father.
running little schemes and scams. And then my dad's side, he was educated.
Yeah.
So these two, you know,
Yeah.
they were shipbuilders, and he was the first one with an education. And then my mom's side had this kind of dark secret.
Okay. Yeah. Concetta.
Yeah.
That's
Concetta.
awesome. Well, you got a twin brother.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up with Gary as a twin brother? And you have a sister as well.
Yeah, two sisters and an older brother.
Yeah. So what was it? Oh, and an older brother.
Yeah,
okay.
there was 5 of us.
So what was it like growing up? Were you and Gary? Y'all weren't the youngest, were you?
Yeah, we're the youngest.
Y'all were the babies.
Yeah, fourth and fifth. We're twins.
Wow. Oh, yeah. And so what was it like growing up as the babies,
Dude,
as twins?
It was great, dude, because you always have a friend with you. Like you always have another terminal to bounce stuff off of.
Yeah.
And me and my brother were inseparable. Like we literally, like, till we were, I don't know, college.
Yeah.
We were with each other every day.
Yeah.
I don't remember a day where we weren't together.
That's cool.
And then there was a period of time where my brother at 6 or 7 years old had an operation on his left elbow, and we kind of had different paths because I was playing baseball. He couldn't play that summer.
Okay.
So that was a big separation
Okay.
problem, anxiety kind of deal.
Yeah.
But my brother, I talk to my brother, you know, 3 or 4 times a week still today.
Yeah. Now, what was it like going through? Because I know you have your period. You talk very openly about addiction. You talk
Mm-hmm.
very openly about that period of your life where you were kind of the black sheep of the family.
Yeah.
What was your brother's role in that with you? Did your brother
Yeah.
kind of like how did
My
he?
brother introduced me to weed.
Okay. All right.
So my brother,
Yeah.
okay, was friends with Brian
Okay.
and Scott. I think the dude's name was Scott.
Yeah.
And they were smoking weed.
Okay.
My brother smoked weed before I did.
Okay.
And I'm over at Brian's house. We're shooting pool. Brian had money.
Okay.
I forget his last name. Brian, I don't remember now, but. And dude, they pulled some weed out, and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, literally, I could see it right now. I could smell it right
Yeah,
now. Okay.
yeah.
They pulled weed out, and I'm like, oh my God, man. And the peer
You're 15?
pressure.
15?
I'm 16 years
16
old.
years old. Okay.
And the peer pressure was like, it was like 1,000 pounds. I could feel it on me, like,
Yeah.
you got to make a choice now.
Yep.
Okay. I don't even think it was good weed because it was like very dry.
Yeah.
It was cracking.
Yeah.
So anyway, they passed it to me, and I'm like, man, I know I shouldn't do this. I know I should not do this. But the peer pressure was so heavy, dude.
Yeah.
Took a hit. And next day I smoked it again. And it was like, boom. I was, you know, like within a year I was a drug addict. I was using pills in a year.
What kind of pills? What would the
Anything.
pills be?
And
Anything?
whatever pills.
Didn't matter.
Whatever pills your mom had in her
Yeah.
prescription
Yeah.
in her cabinet.
Yeah.
Because there was pills everywhere back then.
Right.
I mean, it's probably
Even
worse today.
Yeah, it's worse. It definitely is worse today.
You know?
Yeah, definitely worse today. Do you remember along that journey? Because obviously it took a while to kind of cycle through that. I know your mom was a big kind of cut you off. She was like, okay, that's it. I was reading.
Yeah, that
Be
was
Obsessed,
years later though.
Be
That would
Average.
be
What year?
9 years later.
9 years later.
9 years later.
So during that time, was
she knew, dude. She had to know, bro.
Okay, she knew. Okay.
Like I'm using drugs every day. I had to smell like weed. I had to,
Yeah.
you know, my eyes are bloodshot. I think I don't know. We really never even talked about this.
Okay.
But she had to know.
Yeah.
And didn't want to confront the enabler, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I think she just didn't know how to confront. There's a problem,
Right.
and because she didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my brother was smoking weed every day.
Yeah.
You know, he would all through high school and college.
Okay.
It was terrible, man. I like see the weed the drug story. Like even telling the drug story, I don't want anybody to hear this and think that I'm a proponent for drugs. Drugs was a terrible thing that happened to me in my life, and that I allowed to happen.
Yeah.
And because it set me back. It didn't set me back 9 years. It probably set me back 29 years.
Yeah.
I'd be way further ahead had I not gone
So
through that
it's
experience.
68 right now. If
Yeah.
you take that period of time out, maybe you get to where you're at.
Am I 68?
48. Yeah, you're 68.
Am I 68? Yeah, I guess I am.
Yeah. So what would you say? Like, let's go back to that room. I want to go back to that room. You're with your brother. You're with Brian.
Yeah.
You're back in that room. You know what you know now.
Yeah.
Like how would you have handled that situation?
Hard pass, dude.
Yeah.
Hard pass. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm out.
And then Brian and Russell and Scott or whoever. I don't know how you do it though, dude. It's so hard to get out of the situation because it's my twin brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and now I'm separating from the most important relationship I have in my life is my twin brother. I'm with him every day, dude. Like,
Yeah.
You know, when my dad wasn't there, my brother was there for me. My you know, so I don't know.
That's tough. So what would
Yeah.
you say to a 16-year-old right now? You're looking at the camera right now. What would you tell a 16-year-old that's at that party, that's in that moment right now?
Yeah.
Because right now, the interesting thing about weed, what's happening is now it's getting into vapes. Now it's kind of very indiscreet. There's ways to do it. What would you tell a 16-year-old right now?
Yeah, I would tell a 16-year-old, dude, like nobody beats drugs. Nobody. Michael Jackson didn't beat it. Prince didn't beat it. Elvis didn't beat it. Nobody beats it. Nobody wins. You know, you want to see what a drug addict looks like, and nobody starts using drugs thinking they're going to be a drug addict.
Right.
Okay. Like nobody says, "Oh, I'm going to be a drug addict one day." No, nobody believes they're a drug addict. Okay, but you really should go look at what drugs do to people, and it all starts the same way. Nobody escapes. It's a major setback. Anybody that wants to compete with me, I hope you use drugs, okay? And all you guys that use Snoop as your freaking go-to,
Yeah.
everybody's like, but Snoop ain't rich.
Yeah.
Snoop is 60 years old and still hustling stages. I know Snoop. There's nothing sexy about what he's doing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, and by the way, if you can be an artist, you can be an artist. You don't need drugs to be an artist. You don't need.
Yeah.
It's just a setback, dude. And if you think you need it to make you better, that's a problem.
For sure.
Because then you always need it, and if you don't have it there, that's a bigger problem.
Becomes a crutch. Yeah.
I don't know anybody in my world where they're like, yeah, drugs is the way to do it.
Yeah.
So now I know there's going to be this whole shift to. What is it?
Psilocybin.
Psilocybin.
Yeah. Yep.
They're opening up your creativity and da. Yeah, bro. If that's what you need, if you need something to open up your creativity, you are not in charge of your creativity.
Right.
So
yeah,
I don't need anything.
Yeah.
I need a commitment is what I need.
I love that.
To some clear path that I'm trying to go create on. I don't need drugs. I don't need alcohol. I don't need any of that to make me more comfortable. I don't mind having some setbacks or some controversy or, you know, somebody pushing against me to give me some encouragement.
Yeah.
But I don't need a drug to help me to get faster.
That's powerful.
Better.
That's gonna help. I think that's really gonna help.
Let me just say
kids.
the other thing about the drugs, because with the drugs, what happens is with the drug, there's a release. There's like, I feel good, but with every feel good, there's this collapse that follows it. Same thing with alcohol, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, everything's funny now. Yeah, but in about 45 minutes, nothing's going to be funny. Yeah. Okay, like you know, there's another side of this. All the drugs, by the way, all of them, the amphetamines, the downers, all of them.
Yep.
There's this euphoria for a moment, and then there's this collapse on the other side of it, the crash.
Yeah. Yeah, and that crash sucks, right? Like let's be honest. Now, Grant, you've been married 22 years, and it's I love that. My wife and I, Christina, who you just got to meet, we've been married 27 years in December. 26 years
Good
we've been
for
married.
You.
Yeah, it's a blessing. But it's interesting because you worked alongside Elena for a long time. You guys are in partnership together. What did she see in you that you didn't see in yourself?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, dude. I think your partner can probably see something in you can't see, right? Like I see things in her. I don't think she sees in her.
Right.
And she, you know, she had met some other people that were financially very successful. Yeah. And I think she said, like, if they can, you can. You know, and if you can, you should. The other thing is some of Elena seeing the aspirational stuff in me was, I think, a self-preservation for her.
Okay.
Not because she wanted to improve her stance in life. She's not that kind of chick.
Yeah.
she's not like she needs a bunch of stuff. She likes stuff, but I think she knew that if I didn't have a big target, that I would turn on her and eat her. I would like she knows I have a very, very big appetite for action.
Yeah.
And if I don't have something to do, I tend to turn on the people closest to me.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, well, I'll eat you. You know, like it doesn't really matter what it is. Like I like games a lot.
Yeah.
So I was playing Uno with my kids the other night. And like, dude, I just want to kill them. I want to crush my kids. Like I want to just wipe the table out.
There's no letting them win in Grant World. There's no letting them win, right? No.
I just, I like the game, and I need to see somebody lose.
Yeah.
Somebody has to lose because when somebody loses, there's a winner. Yeah. And I think Elena was just like, you know what? Maybe I'll just give this guy a big, massive target because when I get bored, I get kind of nasty.
Okay.
I get critical.
Yeah.
I start, hey, why didn't you pick that up? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? But when I have big problems, I want to be the hero.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to mess people up.
Yeah.
So I think part of that was self-preservation, and then and I think she believes in me too. Elena knows me better than anyone. She's known me when I'm like, hey, I'm going to go do this thing. Nobody thinks it's going to work, but I'm going to do this, and I think this is going to be huge. She was there. She hears all the background.
Yep.
She knows all the other stuff that we didn't do. Like the public has no clue all the stuff I could have done, almost did, but didn't do.
Which is cool. You need that though. You need that person. And I tell people this. There's a scripture that I love. It's in Genesis 2:18. It says, "Then God said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will provide a helper suitable for him."
Wow.
Right? And I love that scripture because it speaks
that.
to the idea that we need a helper.
Yeah.
But that word helper is like fill the gaps.
Yeah.
So where did she fill your gaps?
Yeah, well, Elena talks about she talks about this thing being a support, and if you've ever heard her talk about a person that supports, the support beams actually have to be stronger than the person they're supporting.
That's good.
She's like, well, if I'm supporting him, I actually have to be stronger than him, and I think that's true in many ways, right? So Elena being a helper, she's a dreamer. For her biggest, I think, superpower is that she is a dreamer.
Yeah.
And she's not stuck in some physical universe of gravity and effort. I am very much in the effort band. Mm-hmm. She would be much more in the ascetic, upper,
the visionary.
Like
she likes
visionary, very light.
Yeah.
Everything moves fast or not at all. More of a butterfly. I'm more of like, like this dense.
You're the buffalo.
Heavy. I'm a hammer, dude. I'm a hammer.
Yeah.
I'm very solid.
Yeah.
And I think everything needs a lot of pressure. By the way, once it's in, I'm still going to hit it a couple more times.
Sure.
That's I'm like, I don't think that's in all the way.
Yeah.
Let me bang it a couple more times just to be sure,
Yeah.
Which is, that's one of my superpowers, right?
Yep.
I tend to overdo, but I don't underdo.
Never.
See,
right? That goes along with.
See, like with my food, I burn my food.
Yeah.
I burn my food to make sure it's done.
Yeah.
But Elena's like, you always take it too far. Always. Everything you do, you take it too far. I said, well, how would I know?
Yeah.
Because I would rather go too far than not go far enough. Because if you don't go far enough, you never complete the transaction, and you'll never know what too far is.
True.
And she's like, you always take it too far. I'm like, but how would I know otherwise? I got a ticket yesterday.
Okay.
I actually got two of them. Yeah. I was on X.
You're doing a live?
And I have this place on 22nd, 22nd Avenue, where I'm leaving Opelika. I flew home yesterday, so I'm leaving this private airport, and I have this little sneaky way I go, and I cross the tracks, and then the light turns yellow to red, and I know that I can pass everybody. I can bank this lane, get in front of everybody, and go left. Well, I do it yesterday, and boom, a cop's sitting right there. I don't have a seatbelt on.
Oh, yeah.
I make an illegal lane change and burn a red light, okay? But he lights up. He pulls me over. I'm like, I know for sure this guy knows me.
Right.
I know he knows me. Okay?
Right.
I think 10X is on my plates anyway, right?
Yeah.
So he pulls me over. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, man. You know, I not sorry for doing what I did, really.
Yeah.
I'm not really sorry for it. I'm sorry that he's got to stop me.
Right. Right.
When he could be doing something else. And he's like, he's looking at me like, and he's got his camera on. So
Oh, yeah.
he's like, I said, dude, I know. Red light, wrong lane.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got the seatbelt or not, but I had it on now.
Yeah.
And he's like, you have your driver's license? I said, no, Sherry. I'm texting Sherry. Sherry, send me my driver's license. And he goes to the car, comes back, and he's like, bro, I have to give you these.
Right.
And then he points to this.
Right.
I have to give you these.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, okay, dude. Like, so I went too far,
Yeah.
But I've done that same thing.
Yeah.
At least 70 times.
Right. This is just the one time you got caught.
Exactly. I think it's a pretty good return on investment.
That's hilarious. Now,
But I'm glad Elena wasn't with me because she would be hammering me right
sure.
now. She'd be like, God damn it.
Yeah. Don't do it again.
Why you got to do that? I always
Yeah.
tell you that was dangerous.
Now you guys talked about on the cruise the lottery game because there was a period of time where
the
y'all
lottery
played
game.
the lottery game.
Yeah, that's Elena's game.
And man, when she told us that, I think she mentioned it, if I remember correctly, at the couples retreat. I think she mentioned it at the couples retreat, but then we talked about it on the first cruise.
Yeah.
The lottery game, like when you first, because that was a period of time of struggle.
Yeah.
When the lottery game came out. So explain kind of what that opened up in your mind for you.
Yeah, we were playing the lottery game. The first time I played the lottery game was 2000, let's see, 12 maybe?
Oh, wow. Okay.
10? No, it was 10.
Yeah.
Economy had collapsed.
Yes.
Global reset, and it was terrible.
Were y'all in California at the time?
We were in California.
Okay. All right.
I had a house I couldn't sell.
Yeah.
It had been for sale for 2 years, couldn't sell. I had 260 apartments. They couldn't sell. I had a grocery store that cash flowed.
You had a grocery store?
Yeah, I had a grocery store in Chula Vista that cash flowed.
Yeah.
It was a piece of shit of investment, but it cash flowed like a beast.
Yeah.
And I had two businesses that were mostly dependent upon automotive.
Right.
And they were just on life support.
Okay.
So Elaine and I are at the house, and she's like, let's play the lottery game. I said,
Did you know what it was before that?
what's the lottery game?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Like, she's like, you win. I forget what the number was. It wasn't a big number. It was maybe
Billion?
10 million. 250 million? So
Yeah.
maybe it was, it wasn't like $1 billion.
Okay. 250.
Now, at that time, my net worth at that time was probably, if I could get it, my net worth maybe under $10 million.
Okay, at that point, wow.
It was probably 6 or 5, but I couldn't get any of it.
Right.
So it's
all
not,
tied
I
up.
was broke.
Yep.
I was literally broke. Now, I did have some assets, but the assets, they were only worth something on paper. You couldn't trade them, couldn't sell them, couldn't exchange them. And I had a $58 million lawsuit. No, I had a $58 million bank call.
Yeah.
And I had another guy suing me for over $60 million, claiming that I had ruined his business, which was not true. Dude, I had all this pressure on me. She's like, let's play the lottery game. I said, Elena, what's the lottery game? $250 million. You win $250 million. There was a lottery going on at the time. I think, what if you won it?
Yeah.
And I said, okay, is it tax? Of course, I'm going to
Yes, of course.
after taxes or before taxes? She's like, after taxes, $250 million. I'm like, oh, well, huh. And I'm like, okay, well, let me see. I'm gonna pay off the loan, the $58 million.
Okay.
Okay, you got $202 million left. Yeah. Or 198, whatever. I'm like, okay. But dude, there was something about that game that actually like freed things up for a second.
Yeah.
You know? And you know, we just went through what would we do.
Yeah.
And that's what Elena, I said, people don't win $250 million. Like I had all this angst about it.
Yeah.
I'd fight her on it, and then I'd play the game. Now we play the game quite a bit.
You still do it?
Oh yeah, we play the game now.
What's the money up to now?
Oh dude, it's like 10 billion.
Okay. I'm sure it's not 250. You got a 10x it, right?
Yeah,
So it's got to be more.
No, if you had 10 billion, the game gets harder to play because you can't get rid of the money.
Yeah.
It's actually, there's more money there's more money on this planet than there is creativity to spend it.
Yeah.
I remember I knew a guy like this when I was, I guess I was 35 years old. His name was Peter Badger.
Okay.
Peter had been married to this girl named Debbie, and Debbie, they had divorced. And Debbie had been with him, and Debbie told me he would go to the store, like one of these big Costco's, and he would buy food. He had a big pantry, and he would buy stuff for months. I said, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a doomsday kind
I'm
of
35.
prepper?
No, it wasn't
okay.
a prepper.
Okay.
He would buy like popcorn. He would have 20 boxes. This is how wealthy people do it. They have pantries full of food for long periods of time. And the fact that it gets wasted is not a big issue. This is the first time I've ever heard this concept. That he would go to the store and nothing was expensive. I'd never heard this concept before.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take 10 of those. I'll take 12 of those. I'll take 20. This is what money's like.
Yeah.
And when people say money won't make you happy, but the truth is you can like buy stuff and not worry all the time. You're basically getting rid of worry.
Yeah.
And so that's what the lottery game is you have so much abundance.
Yeah.
You know, and that you're like, yeah, I'll take whatever. And it doesn't matter. I know it sounds terrible if you're broke.
Right.
But the concept that he could go to the store and buy 3 or 4 or 5, I was buying stuff for 3 days.
Right. Right.
And that's terrible too, right?
Yeah.
He was buying stuff for 3 or 4 months and saying, hey, I don't have to worry about this.
Yeah.
That was the first time I'd ever considered the concept of abundance.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a powerful. So the lottery game open that up, or was it meeting Peter? 'Cause it was kind of both.
Well,
it was a combination.
Yeah, no, I never met Peter. Peter was a bond trader. He was one of the most successful bond traders in the country. I never met him.
Okay.
But I was curious about him because I'm like, dude, I want abundance, and right now I don't have that.
Yeah.
You know? And so now I do have it.
Now you do have it.
Now I have abundance.
Yeah. Now you do have it.
I have more abundance than Peter.
Well,
Absolutely. I don't know where Peter's at today, but I know that I have passed many Peters.
Yeah, several, right? So let me ask you this.
And I'm proud of that, by the way. I'm proud.
You should be.
And Elena contributed a lot of that to the like, dude, don't get so hammered into the hammer.
Yeah.
You don't like what if it didn't require so much effort?
Yeah.
And that really opened me up to the whole 10X concept. I mean, really, it's like, hey, what I wrote the 10X rule after the lottery game.
So what was the lottery game the genesis to it? Like, did it lead you to saying I need to write a book? Or
well,
like,
there's
what?
a lot of stuff going
okay.
on. There's a lot of stuff going on that me
Okay.
and Elena are doing at the time. You know, we're doing a lot of courses at our church.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of self-development and lifting off past considerations and losses. And like when you're all enamored with, at that time, I guess I was 50 years old. I'm like, I got 50 years of losses.
That's how you felt at 50? You had 50 years of losses?
Well, you if you're 50 years old, you've accumulated some losses.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
If you're 15 years old,
Yes.
by the time I was 15, I had accumulated a bunch of losses.
Right.
That
Right.
were overwhelming to a
Right.
15-year-old.
Right.
You know, whether it was my dad, I lost my brother, I lost girlfriends, you're losing stuff. You know, you get bullied at school, you get in a fight, you lost the fight. You start collecting these
I see what
losses,
you're saying. Yes.
you know. And by the time you're 50, dude, you've collected a lot of losses.
Yes.
And a lot of, you know, when you lose something, it is, I think it's normal that somebody then analyzes why they lost.
Yeah.
Whether it was a game, a girlfriend, or whatever. You're like, oh, I lost that because.
Yeah.
And this woman told me, her name's Charmaine, she says, you know, when somebody loses something, what they do is they come up with a calculation of why they lost that. And typically, the calculation's wrong. I lost the girl because girls cheat on me. I lost a girlfriend to it. She cheated on me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be like, oh, girls aren't faithful.
Yeah.
I add something that's not true to the loss.
Yeah.
And then I carry that with me in my life. Not only do I have a loss now, but I have a loss and a lie.
Yeah.
And then I keep using that calculation through my life.
Yeah. Doesn't work.
So anyway,
you gotta
at
let
50,
go of that.
I started, at about 46 years old, actually, I started getting rid of some of these calculations that were holding me down, keeping me small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just turned 50.
Oh, yeah.
I just turned 50 last year.
You look great, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I'd plug you like at 38, 42.
Oh,
so
man.
both of you guys
GC,
look
thank
very
you.
young.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a blessing. It's because I'm Puerto Rican. I got those Puerto
Well,
Rican
maybe.
genes in me. You
Maybe.
know,
I
that
didn't
helps.
know you're a Puerto Rican.
That helps. Now, millions of people follow you, right?
Yeah.
You've got a lot of followers, Grant. People know you as a 10X rule. They know you by your plane. They know you by GrowthCon. But I want to know, typical Sunday Grant.
Yeah.
What is the typical Sunday Grant? What is your day like? By the way, I just saw your YouTube video, The 3 Rules, and we'll get to that in a minute. But what's a typical day like for you on a Sunday to share with everybody?
Well, let me just tell you. This past Sunday, Saturday night, I got this award from my church.
Yeah.
And Sunday, I slept all day.
Okay.
I woke up at like 8 o'clock, went and got 2 coffees, the way I like them.
Yeah.
And went back to sleep. I had 4 shots. No, I had 2 4 shots, 8 shots of espresso. And then went back to sleep.
And went to sleep.
Till like 11.
Okay.
Got up.
And you never sleep in. I would imagine you're
I
not a
slept
sleeping
all day,
guy.
dude. I slept the entire day.
Yeah.
I'd get up, go do something, for 5 minutes and go lay back down.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's not a typical Sunday. What's a typical Sunday like for you? What do
Sunday.
You do? Yeah. What do you typically like to do on Sunday? When you're with family? I know you do a lot of webinars too. I know you do webinars on the weekend.
We've worked some Sundays.
Yes.
I mean, it just depends.
Yeah.
It just depends, right? I could be working or if it's football season, I'm probably going to watch some games.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of people in my life.
Okay.
I don't have people over.
Yeah.
So,
I get that.
I'm not, because when we're doing stuff a lot.
Yep.
And so when I get a chance to be like, I don't really want to go anyplace. Like I could have gone to F1.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do that.
Yeah. It's good to unplug.
I got to drive over there. I know, but it's also good to plug in too.
Yeah.
Now Elena would like to do more stuff.
Yeah.
A lot more stuff.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
I had a guy call me. I've never said this just happened.
Yeah.
So I had a guy call me. I can't get into too many details. Hey, how would you like to be an ambassador to a country? So,
okay.
Dude, shit sounds cool to me, dude. Shit. Do I get a police escort everywhere? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, they can't arrest you, they can't pull you over, they can't ask you questions. Like, he tells me the country. I said, man, I thought about it. I said, I don't think so. I said, but Elena would be a great ambassador.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
She's social.
Yes.
She's social butterfly. She loves parties. She loves meeting people. She loves talking to people. I actually called this guy back. This guy's a senator, and I'm like, I don't think I want to do it, dude.
Yeah.
But Elena would be great at it. He's like, that's a brilliant idea. I said, let's face it. I'm not really a social person.
Yeah. Would you say you're an introvert by nature?
No, I told him. I said, I don't. He's like, yeah. I said, Elena loves people.
Yeah.
She loves talking to people.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, and you have to pretend. I said, dude, I'm a salesman. I like transactions. I mean, if you make me ambassador, I'm going to be doing deals.
Yeah.
So why don't we make Elena the ambassador?
Yeah. That's cool.
That just happened yesterday.
That's
I don't know
cool.
if anything comes of it, but the point of that story was I'm just not that social butterfly.
No, I
kind
get
of
it.
guy. Now, once I'm in the situation, I don't mind doing it.
Right.
I just resist getting to it.
No, I get that. I totally get that.
And then once I do it, I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
So again, that's why a partner, Genesis, what is it?
Genesis 2:18.
2:18. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you somebody that will help you.
Yeah, provide a helper suitable for you.
Yeah.
So good. Like my wife fills my gaps.
Yeah.
Like let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like I got a lot of gaps, and she is filling them constantly. Thankfully, now you are an incredible father.
Yeah, thank
this is the last personal one, and then we'll get into other ones. But I've gotten a chance to talk with Sabrina and Scarlet, and every time I walk away, and I'm just blown away by how you and Elena have raised your daughters.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, on the cruise, whether it's at Napa, what do you think is? I mean, I know you hate. What's the one thing? But if you were to kind of like just package it for parents, parenting advice, or just, hey, we've tried this and we feel like it's really worked for us.
Well, my kids, first of all, one of the things I'm most proud of is how I've raised my kids. At least to this point, they're 14 and 16, almost 17. And I mean, they're great kids, man.
They are.
And I'm not just being a parent saying that. Like
No.
they are exceptional children. Yep. But look, I can just tell you what we did. Both these kids did a communications course delivered by the Church of Scientology when they were 6 or 7 years old.
Okay.
That course is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Communication, how to be present, how to duplicate, how to listen, by the way. Communication is not just talking. It's how do I deliver a piece of communication, make sure it's duplicated, gets sent back to me that it was duplicated, and then I duplicate what was sent to me. They did those courses, and I'm telling you, I know those courses had a lot to do with why my kids are the way they are today.
Yeah.
And they've done other courses with the church that have been just very profound and phenomenal for my kids to have self-esteem, ethics, make their own decisions. We don't tell them what's right or wrong. They know what's right or wrong. All kids know what's right or wrong. Like I did when I was 15 and smoked that weed. I knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
And so I can't not say that those courses, help my kids.
For sure.
And have more belief in themselves, more. I mean, you can tell when they stand in front of you, dude, they're there.
Yeah, 100%.
Number two, homeschooling the kids was definitely a benefit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I don't know if it was the homeschooling or the removing from the socialization of public schools.
Yeah.
Or even private schools.
Yeah.
I can't say in all honesty whether it's the homeschooling that added, or was it the removal from this thing called schools?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it could be the combination, but
yeah.
And
I'm not by the way, I'm not taking any credit for it. Notice, I'm not saying, it's because we are great parents.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you
Elena's
both have you both have a big part of it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't happen in a vacuum,
spend a lot of time
right?
with them.
Like you spend, yes.
I make time for my kids. Like there's not going to be a day that goes by where I'm not going to call my kids.
Yeah.
I'm going to call my kids.
Yeah.
At least once a day.
Yeah, that's
and
powerful.
say, hey, what's up? I'm checking in. How you doing? You need anything?
Yeah. Well, on the cruise, this is what this. I'll share this little anecdotal story. We're on the cruise, and I get on the little tender to go to the Bimini Islands. This was the first cruise, and I get on the little tender, and it's just me. I don't think Christina didn't want to go on the island, so I was just by myself. I get on this tender, and Scarlet and Sabrina walk on.
Yeah.
And I'm looking. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for you or Elena.
Yeah.
They were by themselves.
Yeah.
And it was a moment as a parent that I sat there, and I've got a 16-year-old, and I would be like, hey, I'm coming with you. You know what I mean? Like that would be my mindset.
Wow.
But I sat there and I was like, okay, walk me through that, because even to this day, as a dad and with my wife and I, we still want to kind of hold on.
Yeah, wow.
So talk me through that, because that was one of those moments where I remember sitting there thinking, I need to be more like Grant and Elena in this idea. So walk me through that, because that was a powerful example.
Why we would let them? Yeah. Well, because I think it's like when the kids have always had a nanny.
Yeah.
Right. Because we needed help at the house because if they're being homeschooled, somebody's got to be there. Maybe I'm running back and forth to this meeting, but the nanny would be like, be careful.
Yeah.
And I'd go, I forget her name now, but I said, don't tell the kids to be careful. Ever. It's an introversion. It's like, oh, you're about to be hurt. It's a warning. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then I heard it a second time. I'm like, look, here's the deal. Don't tell my kids to be careful. Tell them to be dangerous. The dangerous person never gets hurt. It's the careful person that always gets hurt.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't careful enough yesterday on that red light.
Yeah, that's true.
But I got away with it 69 times.
Right.
So I'd say it's a pretty good return. And I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
By the way, just so
full disclosure.
I guarantee you 1,000%. I have a hack, and I'm going to use it again.
Right.
And so when the game is, my job is not, and this is I learned this from my church. It's a parenting course.
Yeah.
Your job is to make sure your kids are in a safe environment. And so my job is to make sure my kids are in an environment where they can be dangerous, where they can take risk, So like if there's knives in the environment, my job is to remove the knives, not remove the kids from the environment. Right? So on that trip that we did where I'm like, okay, you guys can go.
Yeah.
We knew that there was no knives in the environment. We knew everybody that was on the boat. We know, there's security on the boat.
Yeah.
So we know that the kids are not in an unsafe environment.
Yeah.
And then they can be dangerous in that environment, which means they can go on the boat by themselves and meet a guy like you. And
Yeah. Yeah.
And have the experience of being around adults. Like my kids have been around adults more than they've been around kids.
They have. Yeah.
And,
You can tell.
Yeah. And I think it's better that the kids are around adults because the reality is you're going to spend most of your time around adults in your lifetime, not around kids. That's a very brief part of your life. And I would have benefited if I'd have been around adults earlier in my life.
Yeah. I think we all would. Yeah, for sure.
So, I never even thought twice about
You didn't think twice about it.
the kids going to
I'm going to
Bimini.
push on you just a little bit because when you say you want them to stay dangerous, because like in my mind, I'm thinking about, your kid jumping off the couch, right? Your kid's jumping off something, or I'm thinking about those moments where my son Enzo, it's like he's doing something and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Like, don't do that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so what
he's not even worried about it.
He's not. No,
You
I am
are.
the worry.
You are.
We're worried. But
Dude,
what does that
I wish
mean to
I
stay
could.
dangerous?
I wish I could roll like Enzo now.
Right.
See, what happens is the people. This is how people get old, though. They're constantly worried about hurting themselves.
Yeah.
And then they don't take any risk. And then you wonder why everybody just sits on the couch. Enzo looks at the couch and says, "Shit, this couch is for one thing, bro. This is for jumping and playing and, look, the freedom of a child, man.
Yeah.
And then they never break.
Yeah.
Watch them ski on a mountain. They never get hurt. It's the adults that get hurt.
Yeah.
On the last run, by the way, being careful.
Being careful.
Because they told me the last run of the day, man, be careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you see it in the NFL too. The more rules they put for not hitting people, the more people are getting hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so now, do I want my kids to be dangerous? No, I want my kids to obviously I want my kids to make the right decisions always.
Yeah.
And but I don't think I don't think they benefit by being careful.
Yeah. That's a good point. I love that. And I we're working through that with a 16-year-old that's driving, right?
Yeah.
Is your daughter driving already?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're working through that
my
right
kids,
now.
I don't tell Elena. Hopefully Elena doesn't see this broadcast. but
Yeah.
My kids have illegally driven
Yeah.
since they were like 12. So Sabrina, do you know the PCH in Malibu?
No. Oh, yeah. Of course.
It's a crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would take Elena out in the morning. We were in Malibu, and I'd take her out. I'd bring her down to the park. She'd drive the park. I said, "Hey, you ready for the PCH yet?" Oh no. I said, "Dude, what if I had a heart attack?" She's like, "It's against the law. It's against the law for me to drive. I'm only 12." I'm like, "But what if I had a heart attack?" "Well, if you had a heart attack, I'd bring you to the hospital." I said, "Good. Today you're bringing me to the hospital."
What?
And she drove the PCH, dude, and it's so empowering. It's so empowering for a 12-year-old.
Wild.
What
a cool experience for your kid. That was Sabrina?
The other one.
Yeah. Did you do it for Scarlet too?
Oh, yeah.
Where? Here?
Scarlet just drove 4 bridges in Tampa.
Get out.
Illegally.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
And she also drove over a stop sign. So I said, good. We got that one. We got that out of the way.
Did she hit the stop sign?
Oh yeah, she hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's hysterical. But you would rather your kids do that with you than wait for them to experience it. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
I don't know if it's right or wrong. We'll know. Somebody's going to certainly criticize me for it, and it is what it is. But
yeah, I love it. I absolutely love that.
Look, I just think that there was a time when, when there weren't these laws.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Kids could be kids. Yeah.
You can drive a go-kart, but you can't drive a car.
Yeah.
Like why's 15 the age?
Yeah.
These are arbitraries. These are made up things.
Yeah.
And so whether it's 55 or 58 or 65 65 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like don't hit anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Okay, let's jump in. I know timing. What I want to jump into professional, right? I got a couple questions here, and then and get into the money, because I know like the money is the piece that I love talking with you about, because you open up my mind.
Yeah,
Grant.
okay.
You really open up my mind.
I get so much hate about the money, though, man.
What's that?
I get so much hate about the money.
Oh no, it's good, because I think it's
but you don't see the amount of
what you get on the backside of it. Okay,
hate.
Well, let's
Like
jump into money. I want to talk
hating.
into money.
Yeah,
So let's talk about it, right? Like you become undercover billionaire.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to go to undercover billionaire.
Okay.
Because you you gave yourself a name, which I was like
Lewis Curtis.
Yeah, Lewis Curtis. How did that name even come
My
about?
dad's name was Curtis Lewis.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
That's how you came up with the name.
My dad's name was Curtis Lewis Cardone.
Wow.
And so I was Lewis Curtis.
Lewis Curtis.
Yeah.
Now, you said, this was really interesting. I was hearing, I listened to an interview, and you said at one point you were feeling like you had lost who Grant Cardone was going through this undercover billionaire.
Yeah.
How does that, I mean, you're Grant Cardone. How do you forget going through that process being Lewis Curtis?
I had to be this other guy. So in the beginning, it was so painful walking in. I'm literally having to talk to myself. They didn't show this on the show, but I'm like, I am Lewis Curtis. I am Lewis Curtis. My name is Lewis Curtis. Because I had said my name's Grant Cardone so many times, I was scared I was going to slip up.
Yeah.
You know, because I've been introducing myself for years and building a brand, who I am, and now I'm like, I'm Lewis Curtis. And every time I said it, it felt like it was terrible.
Yeah.
And then I had to put a story around it.
Yeah.
I'm from Los Angeles. They don't show this on the show at all.
No, they don't. I've seen it. Yeah.
And that's why we created. What's the link for that? Yeah. GrantCardone.com/undercover. So we ripped the show.
Okay.
But
you did like a podcast in between where you would explain stuff. I've seen that one, right?
That's the one I did.
Yeah,
Because Discovery Channel didn't
right.
properly tell the story. So the story was, I would be like, okay, my name is Lewis Curtis. My name is Lewis Curtis. Then I had to come up with a story.
Yeah.
Why is Lewis Curtis in Pueblo?
Yeah.
Why is he broke? Where's his family?
That's tough.
And they didn't show any of this. So I'm like, hey guys, I'm telling Matt Smith this. Hey, look, I left my family back in L.A.
Yeah.
And I came out here with no money.
Yeah.
Literally no money.
Yeah.
No money, no credit cards. I wanted to come here and see what it's like for somebody with no money and no credit.
To start over.
My wife has everything, and we were going through COVID, so I left her with everything, and I came over here to see if I could start over, what the opportunities are, real estate, business, da-da-da.
Yeah.
Because I had to create this story about who I was.
Right.
And without being a complete homeless person.
Right.
So I had to be homeless and not be homeless.
Right.
And so
and be presentable enough to where you could try to start a business, make money.
Somebody would give me their home too.
Right.
So because I was trying to get a home, I was trying to get a car, I was trying to get food and water, you know, and I'm trying to build a business. Like, how do you do that? It's quite complicated.
That was the hardest thing you've ever done?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, being without my wife and kids, man,
Yeah.
it was like so hard.
Yeah.
And then having to be somebody else, like nobody. Imagine you have to adopt a new name now.
I can't.
You can't tell anybody about your wife and kids.
Yeah.
Your real wife and kids.
Right.
You know, you
Yeah.
can't tell anybody what you've done in your life.
Which you and at that, I mean, we're talking. This was only 4 years ago.
2020,
so at that point in your career, Grant Cardone was Grant Cardone. I mean, like the Grant Cardone we know is a Grant Cardone we know.
Yeah.
So to be at that point in your career, why did you even accept the opportunity?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a cool thing, dude. I told Discovery Channel, I said, look, I think what we should do is bring my wife and kids out. It'll be me. I'll give Elena a new name, the kids a new name.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
Right.
And I'm like, why? Why wouldn't it work? But if you get found out.
Yeah.
And I was already worried about being found out if I shaved my head.
Right.
And then it was like, okay, I don't know what I was thinking I'm going to bring the wife and kids out.
Right.
We're like a trolling Cardone show. Like a circus.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so I was there one day and I called Elena and said, yeah, you guys aren't coming out.
Yeah.
I thought they were coming out in the first week.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then I had to think because I was in Pueblo. I didn't know where I was going either. So I'm like, I'm never bringing you guys to this town.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And
but why did you make the decision?
yeah, why did I do it? Because I
Yeah.
just thought. Well, the ego reason
Okay.
was because, or the self-preservation reason, probably
Okay.
better, is when I saw the promo on Glenn Stearns doing the first season.
Yeah.
Just the promo piece, which was about 45 seconds. I said, shit, this is gonna blow me up. This is going to blow the company up.
Yeah.
I called Jared. I said, Jared, I'm going to do this TV show. I called Elena. Hey, I'm going to do this TV show. It's going to blow us up. We're going to go off the charts here. Business is going to get so easy. And I'm going to go prove to America, I can do it.
Wow.
That I have the magic. So one was, I thought it'd be good for the company. Two,
Yeah.
I was going to be able to like, okay, I'm going to show my shit off now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to show people just how good I am, and everybody's going to have to watch this shit.
Right.
Three, I thought it would legitimize the company to another level because I knew for sure that I could put our system in place and start with nothing. And the fourth reason I wanted to do it was an inspirational thing to show anybody can make it in America. Like, this is a great country we live in.
Yeah. No excuses.
And it was, I knew for sure. I was 100% confident, as close to 100 as you can get, that I could build $1 million business in 90 days.
Which
Without
is
being completely
wild.
confident.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
still just enough doubt.
Yeah. So at that point, all the books have been written. Be Obsessed, Be Average had been written.
Yeah.
10X Rule had been written.
Yeah.
Sell or Be Sold had been written.
Yep.
Right? The Millionaire Booklet had been written.
Yep.
At that point. And so when I watched the show, Christina and I would sit and watch it on the laptop because of where you had it. The whole time I kept thinking, what was your net worth at that moment? You're walking around as Lewis Curtis. What
Yeah.
was your net worth at that moment as you're walking around being Lewis Curtis?
Well, I know it wasn't $1 billion at the time.
Okay.
Because I remember telling Discovery Channel, guys, I'm not a billionaire yet.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I said, guys, but it's called Undercover Billionaire. And they're like, yeah, we're not changing the name of the show.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it or not?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not a billionaire. That's fine. You've done billions of dollars.
Okay.
I didn't know they were going to add these other two women.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's questionable.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I won't even go down that road. But
Yeah.
so anyway, they're like that. Yeah, that's not an issue. It was a bit of an issue for me though.
Right. You
So
didn't
it
want to
was-
be disingenuous. You didn't want to be.
at the time,
I get it.
I
get it.
I was probably worth $600 million at the time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's significant.
So I'm just imagining you walking into like the marketing job, like, hey, I'll do all your marketing, and you hit the marketing idea,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
to do
yeah,
that, we're
yeah.
gonna run your marketing,
Yeah.
$5,000 package,
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm trying to get into Grant Cardone, not Lewis Curtis.
Yeah, dude, but I was Lewis Curtis.
See, that's so
I was Lewis
wild.
Curtis. I was no longer Grant Cardone.
That's wild to me.
Oh yeah, dude. I was Lewis Curtis.
I could see now
I was
where
stealing
you were,
food.
Yeah.
Stealing food
Wow.
from the farm.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
so there was a farm that I went to in
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
And I would go there and get food from them and use
Yeah.
it. I could have cheated.
Yeah.
I
But you
coulda
wanted
ch-
to make it as realistic as possible.
Dude, I was so into it.
Yeah.
I was into Lewis Curtis, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was broke. Like one day the Discovery Channel was like, you should tip the waitress.
Yeah.
And I said, how can I tip the waitress?
Yeah.
They said, you got a $10,000 check for Matt
Yeah.
as an advance. You have a $200 food bill. You have a brand new car.
Yeah.
You're living in an RV. Okay. Now you figured out how to live in an apartment and get somebody basically to give you an apartment and a computer.
Yeah.
You should tip the waitress. I said,
Yeah.
I ain't tipping the waitress.
Yeah.
I'm broke, bruh.
Yeah.
I ain't tipping the waitress.
Yeah.
America's going to hate you. I don't care.
Yeah.
I am broke. What you guys need to do is teach people to quit acting like they're not broke when they're broke.
Yeah.
Lewis Curtis is broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now Grant Cardone's fine.
Right.
But Lewis Curtis
Right.
is broke on his way to a mission. And
Yeah.
and by the way, we took care of the waitress at the end of the show. I think I gave her $3,000.
Okay. Yeah.
So but I said I'll do that later.
Right. But
But I'm not going to do it out of my tab.
Yeah.
I need
got
the
you.
tab to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't, they're like, well, why don't you use part of the $10,000 Matt gave you? I'm like, that's for the business.
Yeah.
Don't you guys understand? This is why America's already in trouble. They use their fucking tab and then they go borrow from their business or they go use credit cards. Well, I wouldn't do any of that. Dude, I didn't even put gas in my car. Wow. I would go back to the guy I was trying to sell the car for. I forget what his name was. What was the first guy's name? The big dude at the RV park.
Yeah.
And I would go to him and say, hey, I need fuel money for the car.
Yeah.
Rather than taking part of my $10,000 and using the fuel money. Because
You want to conserve every bit of that money.
Well,
yeah,
and
put it in the business.
the deal was I'll sell your car for you.
Yeah.
His car, a brand new Wrangler, was sitting on the corner. I woke up the first morning. I'm there one day, not even 12 hours, and I said, "Ron, was his name Ron? Maybe." Yeah, he owned. They own the RV park. Him and his dad. So I woke up the first morning, walk outside. I'm like, it's 16 degrees outside. My neck. If you ever notice, I have trouble turning my neck. It's from that show, dude. Because
You
it was
serious?
16 degrees. I was on a damn hard. There was no mattress, and I'm sleeping at night, shivering, no heater, shivering, clenched jaws. Okay, and that's why my neck's all jacked up 6 years later.
Wow.
So I wake up the next morning, I walk outside, take a piss outside. The toilet doesn't work. Nothing works in the place. The heater doesn't work, and I said, "Oh, there's a Wrangler, brand new car. Well, that's interesting." And it says for sale on the front and a phone number.
Yeah.
I called the phone number. Ron, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
The big dude, the RV park.
I don't know his name.
I got his name right here. Shit.
Yeah.
Look at my phone. See if you can find.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Ron, try Ron. So I called the phone number. The guy picks up. I said, "Hey, is this?" "Yeah, Lewis Curtis." Almost said Grant Cardone.
Yeah. Yeah.
"Lewis Curtis here, dude. Who's selling the car for you?" He's like, "Well, it's just sitting there." "Who's taking the phone calls?" "Me." I said, "Bro, that's not a way to sell this. I'm a great salesman. Let me sell your Wrangler." The show left it out.
I was saying,
I'm like,
I
guys.
don't remember that. So you drove it around and you helped
So
them
I
sell
said,
it.
"Look, man,
Yeah.
put a full tank of gas in it. I don't want a commission.
Yeah.
I'll pay you. I mean, you just take you pay me if you want to pay me.
Yeah.
How much you want?" "I want $42,000 for it." I said, "I'll get you 42 grand for it, and I'll take all your phone calls. Change phone numbers, put a new phone number in there, put Lewis Curtis, call me." And so, dude, I was rolling in a brand new Wrangler, bro. I'm wrapped up in leather. Discovery Channel was so pissed off.
Oh, so that's why they didn't want you, because now it looks like
They
you
want
have
me-
money.
Yeah,
Now they wanted you
bruh.
in the old car. I remember the
They
old
want
car.
me in the
Yes.
old car. I want out of the old car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I'm going to sell the old car." And they were like, "What?" I said, "I'm selling the truck."
Yeah.
And they're like, "What are you talking about? You can't sell the truck." I said, "Fuck you guys. I'm selling the truck."
Yeah.
I sold the truck for $3,200.
Yeah.
Put $3,200 in a bank.
Yeah.
So I go in 6 days, I go from $100 they gave me, put the 100 in the bank, $3,200 from the truck, $200 from the restaurant. Got a brand new Wrangler and an RV, dude. My net worth was probably $100 grand the first 6.
Crazy.
Ryan, what? Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan, I love you, Ryan, bruh.
Yeah. He took care of you.
I didn't ever sell his truck.
No. Okay.
But I tried to sell his boat too. He had a boat. I said,
Yeah.
"Dude, let me sell your boat too," because I was going to go boating on the weekends.
Yeah.
So the point of the story was to show Americans, look, there's so many things. There's cars out there not being used. There's RVs. There's bedrooms not being used. There's so many things that people don't even think about that are obvious.
Yeah. That they could take advantage and help somebody. They could step
Yeah.
in and help sell
Yeah.
it. Now, let me ask you this. So you recently did a YouTube video about the 3 rules, right? This was literally just like, I don't know, this week, maybe
Yeah.
last couple weeks.
Yeah, okay.
And the 3 rules are, if you want it to, that helped you get to 5 billion. Number 1, take pictures, collect photos.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Number 2, touch it. Go touch things.
Yeah.
And then the last one was get around people that have it.
Yeah.
Right? Get around people that you can learn from. Now, what I will share with you, for me, number 2 was the touch it aspect. The Ritz-Carlton, my wife and I are cruisers. We love to cruise, but we're Royal Caribbean. So when the cruise idea came up,
man.
we were just like, we're royal, we're loyal to royal, And so, but I remember you saying something in the marriage deal, the couples retreat. You were like, no, you need to get near it. You need to touch the watch. You need to go out and touch it.
Yeah.
So talk about that for yourself. Like, how did, really for you, talk through which one of those, the 1, 2, or 3, really helped you to get to where you are today?
Well, taking pictures.
Okay.
Pulling, like when we grew up, you had magazines. Everybody had magazines. You'd get on a plane, you'd read magazines, Rob reports, and the luxury dream homes, and and I'd pull them out, dude. Like this is Grant when Grant didn't have anything.
Yeah.
I'd pull the pictures out. Anything that I liked, I'd pull it out. A picture of a sailboat, a boat, a helicopter, a plane, anything. I'd just grab it out and I'd throw it in my Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
And I would collect these. And then I would just throw them away, and then I'd do it again the next week, and I'd pull them out and I'd throw them in my bag, and I'd end up with all these pictures. I remember there's the picture of this woman that I think it was KWIAT Jewelry. I don't know if they're around anymore, but there was this beautiful model, and she did all their necklaces and bracelets, and she looked exactly like Elena. But I wouldn't meet Elena for another like 12 years.
Wow.
And when the night I got married, July 4th, 2004, my brother came to me and says, Elena looks exactly like the woman that you used to pull out of the magazines.
Yeah.
And, today, man, you got pictures of everything. Anything that you like, like I could take a screenshot of.
Yeah.
And none of this stuff, I couldn't have any of this stuff when I was doing it.
Right.
I didn't have the money for it.
Right.
Never imagined any of it was true. So that's the first rule. The second rule is once you find something you like, you want to close the distance between you and that thing.
Yes.
So, I bought this house in Los Angeles, 1401 Oriole Drive. Bought another house, 6450 Camino de la Costa. Dude, I was in those homes before I bought them. They weren't even for sale. I jumped the fence, visited the property.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon. Me and Elena jumped Courtney Cox's house in Los Angeles in the hills of L.A.
Oh my! What year was this?
It was 2003 maybe. We were on a date.
Yeah.
And we were driving up in the hills where we would end up buying a house.
Yeah.
And I said, this house is for sale. Courtney Cox would end up buying it. And I said, let's go look at it. She's like, let's go look at it. I said, there's not a house or piece of property I can't get on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legally or illegally, it doesn't matter. Let's go. Okay. So we jumped the fence. This is not don't use me as your defense.
Yeah. Right. Not advisable, but
no, but this is before, what is it? Squawking? No.
Squatting,
Squatting.
Yeah.
This was before squatting.
Yeah.
And me and Elena we jumped the fence and went and looked at this house, and oh my God, it was beautiful. We couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
I ended up buying this 6450 Camino de la Costa. I jumped the fence, went and looked at it. It wasn't available. Nobody was there. It was completely abandoned.
Wow.
But the moment you put your feet on it, you get a little closer to it. You're closing the distance.
Yeah.
Twice a year there's art shows right here in town. Art Basel. Go, man. You should go to it costs $35 to walk in and see billions of dollars worth of art over a weekend. Get close to the things you want. A yacht show. You can go to a yacht show. Open houses. Pick the most expensive house in the neighborhood and go into the house. If the house is for sale, like, let's say there's an $88 million house down the street.
Right.
For me right now.
Right down the street from your house. Yeah.
Now, me and Scarlet are in the car the other day. The owner, the lady that built it, I texted her. I said, hey, are you at the house today? She's like, no. I said, I want to go see your house. She's like, we're having an open house in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I said, okay, great.
Yeah.
I said, Scarlet, we're going to pull in right now.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of construction workers in there. I walk in. I just act like I own the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, what are you doing here? I'm here, the owner. I'm here to see the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do this all the time, dude. I just violate people's properties. Okay.
Yeah, but there's a method to the madness, right? There's a method to the madness.
I'm not trying to steal anything.
No.
I'm not taking anything.
You're looking for what's going to pull you further. Like, what's the mindset
I'm getting
of that?
closer to it. I'm getting closer to it. I'm getting in the vicinity of having it.
Yeah.
Who owns it? Nobody owns any of this stuff. We all know this. Like, you're going to die. Somebody else is going to own all the stuff that you have now.
Right.
And so nobody really owns anything, and that's kind of the premise. I'm like, okay, am I offending anybody, hurting anything? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get closer to it. Is somebody going to get upset? Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and 1401 Oriole Drive. We put the house under contract. Me and Elena would go there. We would go there. 45 days to close the house. We were there every night before closing.
Yeah.
We were there blessing the house.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
really blessing.
Yeah.
No,
I get it.
really blessing the house.
Getting
We
the
were
house
preparing
ready.
the house for family.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah. I love it,
Yeah.
Grant. I love it. Now, with the 3 rules and the 5 billion.
We blessed every room in the house.
Every
by
room
the
in
way.
the house. I love it. That's why you're still married today. Now, along with the 3 rules, right, legacy comes into play with all of this, right? Legacy comes into play. You've got a 10X certified coaches as part of that legacy. I'm a 10X certified coach.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm about to have our Sales Essential workshop in San Antonio.
Oh, dude, that's
We're putting it
fantastic.
on June 1st, June 2nd.
Yeah.
So for everybody, you get your tickets because this is Grant Cardone Sales Essentials, but we're doing it in San Antonio.
Yeah, I haven't done anything in San Antonio in so long.
I know.
I used to go there twice a year.
Yeah.
We had some very
Tell
big,
me, what did you do in San Antonio? Tell me. I didn't
big events. This is I must have been at that time probably 40,
Really?
41, 42
So
years old.
what, 20?
We
Yeah,
would
20
do
years
one a
ago.
year. We would do one in
In
San
San
Antonio.
Antonio.
We would do 2 in Phoenix. We did El Paso.
Yeah.
One of my big breakthroughs was in El Paso, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm in San Antonio, so we're about to do that sales workshop. So talk about the legacy of the 10X coaches. When you thought about putting that together, because obviously it's a big undertaking, but when you put it together, number one, it's you've got it so dialed in. The training and all the training leading up to it, your team is phenomenal, Grant.
Thank you.
And so when you think about your legacy, was that part of your legacy? Was that a piece of that?
Not really.
No?
I mean,
Okay.
not really. I wasn't really thinking with that, but I had somebody call me and they said, "Hey, they're from Lake Charles where I grew up, and they're like, you need to come back here and do trainings,
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's probably never going to happen.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go there this month for college. I wonder what happened with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just never get back over there, right? And that's kind of what started the idea. I'm like, why don't we have, licensed coaches in each of these markets?
Yeah.
And so now I think we have, how many do we have? How many coaches do we have now? Do you know? 150 or so around the world? Yeah. Yeah. So Singapore, Dubai,
Yeah.
all over. And so that's something I'm super proud of because you can extend it.
Yes.
By the way, the other benefit is like a lot of people don't relate with me,
Yeah.
but they relate with the information. The information, nobody fights over the information. Nobody argues about, hey, no problem, I'll be happy to give you that. I'll give you this, and this as well. Like the technology that I've created is very user friendly, and once you use it, it's like magic.
Yep.
And now, separate my personality from it, people have no problem with it.
Right.
When you're buying a piece of real estate, 64 units, $50, the math is the math. It's going to make you $1 million if you can raise the rents $50. Add my personality, people have a problem with it. Like, God damn, why do you have to say that? He talks like this and that. You can be a better conduit for the information than in many cases I can be.
And thank you.
A lot, like,
That's a big deal.
yeah.
That
no,
means,
thank
yeah,
you. Thank you, dude.
That's a big
thank
deal.
you for,
Yeah.
because you don't have to be me to deliver this information.
Right.
And you definitely don't have to be me to know the information. I was just doing a coaching session with a guy named Alan. Alan lives in Illinois. He's a tree guy. You know him.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a tree guy. He does tree trimming.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Was he on the cruise with us?
no, he wasn't on the cruise, but
No?
he's at all our business
Okay.
workshops. And he was just saying, Grant, man, the stuff that you do works so well.
Yep.
And he's grown his business from $2 million to $8 million a year, and trying to figure out how to go to 150. But he's a redneck, total redneck dude, big, heavy accent, way heavier than mine.
Yeah.
And he relates to me.
Yeah.
But not everybody relates to me.
Yeah.
If you're a woman, you're probably going to relate less. Like people love Elena. They don't necessarily like me so much.
Yeah.
Now Natalie loved me.
Yeah.
Her husband hated my guts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't like my
Yeah,
delivery.
Brandy. Yeah.
Said, oh, he's arrogant. I'm like, really? Really? I'm arrogant? Oh, yeah. He said, I'm a show off. Oh, you mean the guy with the 4 Rolls Royce, Brandon?
Yeah.
Okay. You're talking about me being a show off? You're the one with the $3,000 shoes. I don't have any of those.
Right.
So,
Right. Which that goes with the money too. I think you realize that part of your growth was going to be with other people.
Yeah.
You realized that a long time ago. And part of that is the people around you, like the Jareds, right? The Sherrys, all of these people around you, you found a way to attract high-level talent. How in the world did you do that? Like, how do you keep them? Because they've been with you for years, Grant.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so impressed with your team every time, even with the your videography team. I had a meeting yesterday. Your team is we were just talking about, and they just want to know how they could help me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
So how do you do that and keep people glued to the $8 billion? The 8 billion people.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
reaching?
know, dude. I don't know that we do it that well. I mean, I don't think I really give my guys enough attention and acknowledgement. And, I'm a very critical person, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, I tend to I'm always looking at what's wrong and what's out. This is a deficiency I have. It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
And, but I know I have this problem. I'm working on it, but my guys are like, I wish you'd work on it faster. Please, faster.
Well, the team is amazing.
Yeah, but it is a good team, and you say it's a good team, and then all I see is all the out points, right?
Sure.
And but dude, I mean, yeah, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I know people do not stay attracted to small things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if you want people to you don't see all the losses.
Yeah.
You don't see the damage, the problem, the losses, the people that leave. You don't miss them.
Right.
Typically, you're not like, where's Victor?
Yeah.
But we know the losses
along
the way. And I had a guy named Johnny that worked for us probably 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
Great guy. Loved Johnny.
Yeah.
People change, things change. Not everybody wants to go for the whole ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you get a handful of people that want to go for the whole ride with you, dude, that's probably going to be enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got more than a handful.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a great team. We got a great team.
How many total?
But a lot of that team, I don't know. With everything, all the companies.
Yeah.
There's got to be 300. How many here, Sherry?
270 here.
Oh,
Yeah, almost
wow.
probably 300 over there,
Wow.
and then probably another 600 in the real estate.
Okay.
So around the country. So
Yeah. It seems like
You need leaders, man. You need
leaders, yes.
You got to have other leaders, and these leaders are going to have strengths that you have, and they're also not going to be. They're going to have weaknesses that you don't have. So it's like this, and at different times of the storm, you need different people at the helm or the rudder, or you need different people with different skill sets. When the boat starts taking water on. You thought you were the leader, and then you realize, shit, man, I'm the guy that's got to grab a bucket right now.
Yeah.
So it's there's no any of these companies that tell you it's all just smooth sailing and everything's fine, and they all tell you that when they get on land. Yes, it was a great trip, and it was never about the destination. What the fuck you mean, bro?
Yeah.
What do you made it?
Yeah.
Steve Jobs says this at the end of his life. He's like, it was never about the money.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you're worth billions of dollars.
Yeah.
It's easy to say that now, but in the beginning,
Yeah.
if you asked him what it was about,
It was about the money because he was in a garage. I mean, making computers in a garage, right?
Exactly.
Like it was about the money,
Yeah.
for sure. Now, keeping talent, obviously that's always tough. But I'm curious to Grant, like in the video the other day, you showed the green watch, right? You showed that green watch,
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there. I'm not a watch guy. Like this was given to my dad, recently passed, and my dad had given me this watch, right? I'm not a watch guy.
Yeah. What is it?
This is a Bulova.
Oh, Bulova.
Yeah, Bulova. Is
That
how you
used
say
to be a
it?
very,
Okay,
very,
so
very prestigious watch.
yeah, I'm not a big watch guy.
Yeah.
But when I saw that green watch, the first thing I thought is, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And right, I don't know what that is. Now, and so this is where that money mindset kind of comes in. You'll say it like, this is ridiculous. Like these
No,
things.
it's totally stupid.
Yeah, and so talk me through because you were like, I was looking at this watch long before it ever came out.
Yeah. Well, what
Walk me
happens
through
is
that.
I see something. If I see something and I like it, like I'm like I saw that watch one time and I knew immediately I wanted it. Like I knew it, like no, like boom, I want that watch.
Yeah.
The little watch they came out with recently, the AP and the Swatch.
Oh yes. Yes.
For 400, I'm like, I want them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I hate watches, by the way. They're terrible investments, completely stupid. But I would tell everybody, don't waste your money on watches. You don't need them. They're dumb. They're not investments.
Yeah.
They're complete waste of money. Blah blah blah. But I'm gonna make money on that green watch.
Oh yeah, you will.
There's only 25 of those in the world. I knew the second I saw it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna if I can get that watch, I'm gonna get that watch.
Yeah.
And then the watch showed up.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'll see a car. I'll see
Yeah.
a car. Oh, I want that car.
Yeah.
You know, and then I don't do any research on it. Like very, very little, minimal research. I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
I just know I want that. And, you know, if I can afford it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always out of passive income, though. It's never out of earned income.
Sure.
So I'm not using earned income to buy something.
Yeah. It's a different mindset. It's a different. Yeah. For sure.
But
for sure.
nobody, the regret I do have about that, though, anytime I do that, I think that somebody else is going to see that. Like even showing that watch in the video, I'm like, somebody's going to see this, and some young kid's going to go out and grab a watch.
Right.
It's a terrible investment.
Right. And you say it. You said it in the video.
I did?
Yeah, you mentioned it in the video.
This was stupid.
Yeah, like this is not a smart purchase,
Dude, the plane
but I want it.
The plane I have is stupid. The plane
Right.
I own is completely stupid.
Right.
Unnecessary, completely ridiculous, over the top.
Yeah.
But I don't have a lot of things like that.
Yeah. And you're not a big car guy. You're
No,
not like
I
you have a
don't own
big
any
warehouse full of
supercars.
cars.
No.
Yeah. You're not big.
No.
That's not a big deal to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting into this last part, the professional part, you know, boredom. Like it's
It's a problem.
At what point? Because boredom in society is causing obviously all the problems that we see. So for you, what is keeping you from getting bored right now? Because
Bigger deals. Like I
Bigger
have
deals, okay.
this deal that I'm trying to do right now that I'm looking at doing, and I'm like, I have no clue how to do this.
Okay.
Like this would be like,
That's the biggest deal.
oh, this would be bigger by. I mean, it would be bigger by.
Over $1 billion? Over $1 billion?
Oh, way over $1 billion.
Let's
I'm
go.
going to do that.
Real estate?
I'm going to do that deal. I'll do that deal. No problem.
Okay.
We got a $600 million real estate portfolio we're buying right now. Wow. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking
There's
about
another one on that. Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah. Okay.
Something that would be like, okay, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to get the money for this. I don't have anywhere near the money to do this.
Yeah.
I would be eating something bigger than me.
That's cool.
So by many, many times, by 15 times bigger.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could pull it off. So that keeps me going.
That gets you up in the morning.
And I can't.
Yeah.
The moment I get pregnant with these ideas, I can't really give up on them because then I'm gonna be like, I quit on it. You know, and I know that if I don't quit on it, I can do it. I believe that a person could do anything they want to do as long as they don't quit on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just keep pushing.
If you don't quit, it might mean a pivot, but it might mean a different some kind of alteration of it. But if you don't quit on the idea, I know I could pull it off because I know other people that pulled it off.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this.
Yeah.
My wife, she's got this burning, like she's a part of the real estate club. So she's part of the club with you guys and your teams, getting coached up. And she wants to do a deal with you. She's working through the funding and getting the money together. I cannot tell you how excited she is to get a deal done. She's like, I'm gonna do $100 million deal.
Yeah.
I'm going to do $100 million deal with Grant. And so
That's easy.
That's easy. I love it. Yes. Talk about that.
See how important it is to, like, when she says, hey, I'm going to do this, and I'm like, that's easy, not even a problem. Now, I have this other problem. This deal would be billions and billions of dollars.
Okay.
It would be, this company would be, well, I can't talk too much about it, but this would be, you know, this is, let's say 80 billion. Okay. So that means debt, that means money, that means partners, that means banks, that means a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The deal she wants to do, I know how to do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. Not like this is a non-issue.
Yeah.
So she gets this big lift.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, I on the other hand, if I want to go do this $80 billion deal, I got to go I got to go to somebody that says, yeah, dude, this is not a problem.
Yeah.
This has happened to me in my life, by the way. When you get with the right people,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, dude, this isn't a problem to do this.
Yeah.
I was buying a house. I mentioned the address earlier, 6450 Camino de la Costa. I had a house across the street. I think it was 5423.
Yeah.
6423 Camino de la Costa. And in front of me was a ocean house.
Okay.
And I lived in that 5423 or 6423 for a couple years with this chick. And I would look over the house on the ocean. I was on the wrong side of the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would be like, we need to live over there. Why can't you ever be happy?
Yeah.
Why can't you be happy?
Yeah.
I'm like, we're on the wrong side of the street. When I went to La Jolla from Houston, I bought on the wrong side of the street. I bought on the odd numbers, and the odd numbers not on the ocean.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I could buy the other side.
Were there that much more? How much more?
Oh yeah, there were 6 times more.
Oh, 6 times more.
6x.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a lot.
So
That's a lot.
I cried the night was closing the deal, and I stood in front of the house crying because I'm like, what am I doing? The house was like $800,000. I'm like, what am I doing? Didn't even have air conditions. 800,000.
yeah.
They don't need air
Yeah,
conditioners.
they don't need it. Yeah.
And I'm like 800,000. Oh my God, I'm going backwards. I mean, I didn't, but somebody gave me a loan on it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I wanted to live next door, across the street.
Right.
So I fixed up this house over here, and then, every morning I wake up, the view's the ocean. It's beautiful. You can smell it. I'm like, but I'm on the wrong side of the street.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong side of the street for 2 years.
Yeah.
Anyway, this girl ends up leaving. She moves out. She's sick of my always wanting more.
Yeah.
I bought the house across the street
Like a year later? How long ago?
in 60 days.
No way.
That's the one I jumped.
Wow.
She leaves. She gets her U-Haul. I send her out. She goes home, and I go jump the wall.
Yeah.
Jump the wall. There's a chick inside the house. Her name's Sherry.
Yeah.
Not this Sherry.
Yeah.
She's the home set. She's taking care of the
Like a
house.
home
She's
sitter,
like,
yeah.
excuse me. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, like I couldn't get the door open.
Yeah.
I thought somebody heard me. I jumped the wall. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to see this house. Can you show it to me? She's like, yeah, sure. Come on, but don't jump the wall again.
Right.
And she's like, these people want to sell the house. I said, really? Are you kidding me? So they wanted $4 million for the house.
Okay.
They had listed it with a guy in Los Angeles. I was in La Jolla. That's 4 hours away.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to steal this house.
Yeah.
And I made them an offer. This chick that ended up with the listing, I had dated.
Okay.
So this is going to finally pay off.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
And so I got her to represent me. We made an offer. I bought the house for $3 million. Did not have $3 million. I'm still in this house now. Okay.
Yeah.
And I still have a house.
Yeah.
So I go to a bank, my banker, and I said, look, guys, here's the deal. I have a house. I want to buy the house in front of me. I need a loan on the house in front of me. I don't have any money.
Yeah.
And by the way, I need to sell my house. I thought I had my house sold, but the guy backed out.
Okay.
And we're about to do the deal. The guy's like, oh no, dude. The guy upstairs is going to buy your house. I said, what? I'm at Merrill Lynch.
Okay.
In San Diego, downtown, on the 37th floor.
Yeah.
They said, the guy upstairs wants to buy your house. I said, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I said, I need to be honest with you guys. I thought I was going to be able to sell my house and buy the new house, but the guy backed out of my house.
Yeah.
So the deal's going to come unwound. He's like, no. The guy upstairs is going to buy your house.
Yeah.
I went upstairs, closed the deal on my house, sold my house, bought the house next door. They gave me a loan for $3 million.
100%.
100% loan.
This was that back in the state. This would have been,
And I
what,
would-
03?
This is before that. This is 2000, maybe 1999.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I ended up selling that house for $9 million.
You sold it for
$9.6 million. To this
That's
single
amazing.
woman,
Yeah.
she was divorced.
Yeah.
She's like, they called up one day. I was selling the house. I was ready to get out of there.
Yeah.
And they said, we have a divorcee coming today. I said,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I got it. I
Yeah.
got this. I got this.
You told your realtor to stand aside.
Stand aside. Don't even be here. Okay. And I said, what time is she getting here? 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I said, great. The place will be set up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the jacuzzi at 3
Oh,
o'clock.
stop it.
True story, dude.
Are you kidding me, Grant?
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
So she walks in, you're in the jacuzzi, and
I'm
you're
having
just...
a non-alcoholic
Yeah.
drink, but it looks like it's alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm out there just enjoying the sun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
guys, I thought y'all were coming at 5.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Oh. And she looked at, I knew the second she saw me in there, she's like, I'm buying this house.
Yeah.
I'm buying this house because this is the life I want
And it
to
was
live.
probably the record sale. I bet you got the record sale for that area. You probably got close.
I did.
You got
I set
close.
the market, dude. I set the market.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love that, Grant. I love it. So boredom, what it sounds like to me for you.
I told her, I said, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
this was my close on her, okay? I
Okay.
said, look,
Oh.
I'm single. I live here single, but I've never been by myself here.
Yeah. Grant. So boredom for you is about setting a target. It's really going back to your sales, the wheel.
Yeah.
Like set the target.
Set the
right?
target.
Set the target where you want to go.
Yeah.
Right? Get attention.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
get attention.
Get attention
right?
for the target,
Leads,
even if it
sales.
means jumping the wall and going
Yeah.
looking at the house. Get attention, get closer to the target.
Yeah.
Let people know, hey, I want this. Or go to the yacht show. Like, I want a yacht.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't afford a yacht. So what I'll do is I'll start getting on them. We'll charter them. I'll do as much as I can to get closer to them. So I'm kind of feeding the beast.
Yeah.
I talk about this in Be Obsessed or Be Happy.
Yes,
It's
you
like,
do.
feed the beast.
Yeah.
Keep feeding the dream.
Yeah.
You know, just give it whatever you can give it right now.
Right.
So like we do these big events, right? And it just kills me to walk out on a break.
Yeah.
And I see the people that work in the hotel that need my material more than anyone else in the room.
Right.
It'll be a person that's maybe waiting their security.
Yeah.
Here's the room, and they're outside the room. I'm like, guys, why don't you take your chair, come out of that hallway,
Yeah.
and come inside the room?
Yeah.
Like you're literally one wall away from the content.
Wow. Yeah.
Just get closer.
Yeah.
36 inches could change your entire life.
100%. 100%.
And cost you nothing, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. I think about going back, and we'll wrap up with this. I go back to the marriage retreat. I want the couples retreat,
Yeah.
right, in Napa. And I'm sitting next to you, and you start talking about Elon Musk. Okay? And you mention his book.
Yeah.
And you lean over, and you're like, you need to read this book.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but you lean over, and I'm a Tesla guy. I got 2 Teslas. Okay, my son drives he drives one of our Teslas. We have the X and the S. I love Tesla, but I hadn't really learned his story. Just whatever.
yeah.
But when you told me to read that book, and you go, no, you have to read this book. I'm curious for you, because I have my own ideas for me, but for you, what was it about that book that really like got you like thinking about what he's doing, and just for you, how did it help you?
I mean, Elon, dude, he's like this, he's I mean, look what he's done, dude.
Yeah.
So like when I watch people, I watch, okay, what's really going on? Not just like when he did PayPal, right?
Yeah.
He sold all of PayPal. He couldn't get what he wanted there. It was a big loss for him, by the way.
Yeah.
And he dumped it because he couldn't get what he wanted out of it.
Okay.
And then he took all the money and he invested in 3 things. And then he went and rented a house.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
When I saw that, I'm like, what are you doing owning a home?
Yeah.
Okay? That's how you play.
Yeah.
You go all in on the things you want.
Yeah.
And he didn't diversify. That helped me so much. He's not in 200 stocks. Like if you're trying to create wealth for yourself, you're studying and you're listening to CNBC and you got this ear open and this one and all this data's coming in telling you what to do and diversify. That's not what Elon did.
No.
And then when I started studying Sam Walton, I'm listening to Sam Walton's book right now.
Okay.
Okay. Sam didn't diversify. Everything was in one thing, one single investment. Steve Jobs had 2 investments when he died, Pixar and Apple. That's it. It's the only 2 stocks he owned.
Interesting.
Okay?
I didn't know that.
Warren Buffett, he studied Warren. Warren made all his money when he was 50 years old in one investment. He didn't have a bunch of investments.
Yeah.
And then he had such a big position in that one investment. I think 40 or 50% of all of investments are in like 3 things today.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's got $400 billion sitting in treasuries. So these people, Warren talks about, hey, if you only had 12 investments, you could make your whole lifetime. You can only make 12 your entire lifetime.
Okay. Yeah.
You're going to be so selective about which ones you're making.
Yeah.
You're not going to be making bets all the time.
Right.
So what I got from Elon, delete,
Yes.
delete.
Yeah.
I'm a deleter. Okay, I'm a simple person. Simple is genius.
Yeah.
And the more you can get people to do things simple, and it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
It's so hard to simplify and get rid of stuff.
It's true.
And so if you can delete stuff, I mean, I love that about Elon.
Yeah.
He's just a practical guy, dude. And here's one of the richest people in the world, always looking for a way to do things less expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Which reminds me about the rocket story where he goes to Russia to buy the rocket.
Yeah.
And they basically just spit on him, and they just that whole story about the rocket was wild. He gets on the plane and designs the rocket on the way home.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what kind of genius are we talking about here?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Necessity level. He puts impossible dreams on himself. He keeps those dreams alive. He doesn't know how to get them.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have the answers to any of this stuff.
Yeah.
He's engineering as he goes.
Yeah.
I mean, he did what NASA couldn't do with, 1/5 of the staff.
Yeah.
And a tenth of the budget. So, those things are inspirational. And there's a lot of those stories around, and they're accessible to anyone.
Right.
I tell people all the time, man, study all the way up the food chain.
Yeah.
Don't stop at me.
Yeah.
Go all the way up the food chain.
Yeah.
It's Steve Schwartzman's book. You should read that book.
Okay. Remind me who Steve Schwartzman is.
The CEO of Blackstone.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Unbelievable story, dude.
Okay. I'll definitely check that out. I'll check that out. So last but not least, I want to close with this. Grant, 50 years old, 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Got a company. My coaching business, my goal is to get it to 350,000 this year.
Good.
That's my coaching business. 10X coaching, bringing in this. And so best advice to me that we're sitting down and I'm getting coaching from you.
Yeah.
What advice would you give me? I own my home outright. I've got a lot of stock.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stock, put it, a handful here, handful there. And then I
would consolidate all that.
I just got into your fund,
Okay.
the latest fund. I just put all my
28
IRA.
or 29?
It's the one that's Bitcoin and 28.9, I think it is.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I'm working with Ben, by the way. Awesome.
Okay,
And we've been
yeah,
working
good
with
guy.
your team. Your team has been incredible. And so we've got that. I've got Enzo invested as well. Got him invested. And so right now, best advice for my family. I'm 50 years old, and I've got a long runway. Ironman guy, did an Ironman. I work out a ton.
Yeah.
And I don't. There was a point that I wanted to retire. That I was like, I want to. You people get that. But I don't see that as an option now. I want to work, and I want to continue working. So best advice you could give me.
How much equity is in the home?
It's over 625,000.
I would consolidate all the investments.
Okay.
All of it. I would pull it all together. Those are assets. Those are it's power sources.
Yeah.
And they're you're sitting at S&P 500, $7,200 today or some outrageous. Nobody can make sense of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why they're there. You don't know what they're invested in. I would pull. I'd have one line in the water, man.
Okay.
I'd focus on your magazine business, if that's a good business. If you think you can scale that business, I'd focus on that, and I'd focus on the coaching business.
Yeah.
And then I'd talk to her about it. Well, what can you do to get that $100 million deal?
100%. Yeah.
Okay. And do 10 of those.
Yeah.
By the way, doing 10 of those is easier than getting the magazine to be worth $100 million.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I agree.
So I would pull in your investments. I would tell everybody, look at your assets, look at your liabilities, get rid of the liabilities, pull the assets, pool them into one.
Okay.
Okay. Even if you got to go sit in cash for a second until you're like, okay, I'm gonna drop it all on this one thing.
And go all in.
You go all in on one thing.
Okay.
You're either gonna lose it all, or you're gonna 10x it.
Yeah. How many times did you go all in your life? You think? How many times have you just gone all in?
Well, I'm all in almost all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the time, I'm either all in or I'm preparing to go all in.
Yeah.
Everything's going to go to a handful of things. There's only a handful of things I'm invested in.
Yeah.
So it's the real estate, it's Cardone Training Technologies, it's Cardone Ventures. But I don't, if I do this other thing, it's going to be like all in, all in, all in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, why not? I mean, you can't, on the way to wealth, you want to just make the bet,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you don't want to gamble. The degenerate's going to be invested in a bunch of little things. I heard a guy saying the other day, you could do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. But if you're fishing, you ever been fishing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you ever go deep sea fishing, they're going to have probably 8 lines.
Okay.
They're going to have 2 on the back corners, 2 up above, maybe 2 more, maybe 6 or 8 lines. And the moment somebody, if you're out big, marlin fishing,
Yeah.
if you tie into something, the first thing they're going to tell you is pull in all the lines. Because they could get wound up with the other lines, right? So you
Yeah.
want to pull other lines in because you don't want to be jacking around with a freaking little fish
Yeah.
when you're trying to pull in a big one. You and your wife and Enzo should be focused on how do you make one score can change your whole life.
100%.
That's all you're looking for. You don't need a bunch of things. You need one thing to win.
Yeah. Yeah. And then just keep 10X in
And,
that.
and then just keep banging that thing out over and over.
Well, Grant, listen, I want to thank you. This
Thank
has
you,
been
Thomas. Appreciate
incredible. Appreciate your time. Your team is absolutely incredible. And thank you for being on TM3 Impact, friend.
TM3,
Appreciate you.
baby, watch it.
Yes, thank you.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch.